Move that from out of the. Oh, look at that. Oh, snap, baby. Hold on. Let me put my snakes on. Put them on tight, baby. Baby, I need to shave. Am I on? Listen, is my crown on cricket? It's always on cricket, honey. BBL, Giselle. Stop starting shit, Theo. Don't start no mess. It won't be no mess. Have everything on nice and polite. Okay, let me say hello to the crowd. Is my crown on cricket? Girl, it's always on cricket. Don't push over there. Hi, everybody. Hello, let's say hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. Oh, hold on. Hello, everybody. That's not how you spell everybody. Hold on. I'm about to get on Clubhouse too. BBL, Giselle. Hold on. Hey, everybody. It is Wednesday Pacific Standard Time. It is Wednesday, 17 minutes after 1 Pacific Standard Time. My name is Theodore Beaulieu, and I'm all for the shits and giggles. I've already started. Hi. Hey, Ola. Girl, hey. Girl, listen. I'm already starting a mess, starting a whole mess. It's typical, pretty typical. Girl, I need to clean up my room, to clean up my space. Everything's clean, though. My thing is, I don't feel like doing all that. I'm not, well, listen, my sheets are clean. Everything's clean. I just need to make up my bed. My clothes are washed and folded. I'm not into domesticity today. No, I'm not into that. I need to give me a husband who can clean up for me. Mm-mm. No, you know what? Usually, the Wednesday Hoodoo readings and Conjure. The thing about it, honey, I usually do my own domesticity, but today I thought I was going to go back to the other. Um, Beaulieu, baby. Pardon me. I thought I was going to go over to the other crash shack, my sweet shack. Girl, I decided not to do it. I decided not to. I didn't feel like it. Listen. Hold on. Let me put the link. Hey, Otter. Oh, no, hold on. You know what they think I need to do? Hi. What you doing? Hi. Hello. Hi. 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 What you doing? Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Listen, every time I do that, that just a it creeps out my nana. My nana like, why'd you talk like a regular people does to do? And I can't say nothing because she old and she'll beat the shit out of me. So I said, listen, y'all, I'm like this. That's my personality, Nana. Well, I don't like it. And I'm going to go outside with Daddy. Well, I'm appreciating that. Listen, it's Nana at the table. So I get up. He gonna fuss at you too, cause we all sick of your bullshit. Now, my nana don't curse that much. Mind you, I probably have antagonized her the whole entire morning. Because that's what I do. I make it a sport out of antagonizing old people. It's a sport and I'm good at it. Thank you. I know. I should just say that. But listen, mm. Let's see, when they beat up on me and there's a nasty nana threaten me. See, now I want to sit in the corner and sulk and just my lip poked out a whole entire mile. That's because you deserve it. No, but usually I'm really helpful, y'all. Mm. Now, mind you, if Nana was here with me, my bed would have been made. The floor is nice and clean, whatever. But I have cleaner ladies to do that. But my bed would have been made, everything. Hey, Sister Carolyn, Sister Brother Wesley, and Sister Melissa, and Sister Sylvia. They're on Club Deck. Y'all, I'm actually Otters with me here on we're streaming. We're actually streaming from to Facebook, Instagram. No, Facebook, YouTube, and Smutbag X, formerly known as Twitter, where all the porn be at and all the reckless folks. That's where all the freaky folks be at. I don't know how the hell I'm actually streaming on Twitter because of the simple thing. How does that work? Do I have to tell people that I'm streaming on Twitter? Smutbag X.
I think we would have to be following you on Twitter. What's your Twitter?
Oh, that's how we go, baby. Twitter handle T Blue. Oh, girl, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get it now. Can y'all follow me on Twitter? I don't ask for much. Okay, girl, I put an X. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put in the X. Hold on. Cause shit, girl, some line or anything will come up. Hold on. Girl, that's not my fault. Um, these boys be sending me all kinds of other pictures and things like that. Okay, hold on. No, how do I? Hmm. I don't want to log in. I don't want to log in though. What's happening? Maybe if I log in that way, because y'all, the reason why I don't want, hopefully won't have me to log in. Cross your fingers. I don't have my login information in my Twitter account. I keep forgetting it. I also keep changing it too. Thank God I didn't have to log in. Ooh, thank you, Jesus, for small favors. Okay, subscribe to premium. No, I would not do so, smutbag. No. Oh, T Baloo. It is Baloo, Beauliue. I misspelled it. Can I actually misspell this back? I'm sorry. Girl, I misspelled my own name. Can I do the thing? Hold on. I'm gonna learn how to do it. It won't let me though. Oh, I tried to. It won't let you change your profile. Cause I think I was drunk when I made this profile. It was a long time ago. It's at BEAULIUE. It should be LUE. It's L no L lie. It's beautiful lie. BEAULIEU. T, capital T. That's for me. Thank you. I have 271 followers. They're all porn people, all porn stars. Shout out to the porn stars. I love all of. Oh my God, I'm on it live on X. I can see myself now. Let's see. Hold on. I'm broadcast. Ooh, get off of there. Ooh, get off of there. I'm literally broad. I see. Okay, I see where it is now. Okay, I just saw it. I'm live now. Nobody's watching though. Who gives a damn? So hey everybody, what's going on? Um, oh hold on. I should put the thing on here. Hold on right now. Okay, here the Twitter right here. How about this, honey? Oh, yo, that's my link trees right there. No, nobody want that damn link tree. That's Twitter. Hold on, Twitter. I'm going to continue to call it Twitter. I don't want to call it X Smut Bag because it doesn't sound right. Who would name a site called X? That's not appropriate. No, I don't even like how that rolls off my tongue. No. Hey, Otta, honey. Now, everybody, Otta's with me on StreamYard. So, everybody, also too, please understand, we are on streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and X Smutbag Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. Oh, hi, Thomas. And also too, I'm on Bigo, y'all. I don't know what the hell to do with Bigo. I have no idea at all. I just got on. It's just a bunch of pretty ladies showing all parts of their body. I'm gonna have to make another Bigo account. How do I change it to the gay persuasion of homosexuals? I've never seen so much titties and ass my whole entire life. I don't mind. I just giggle. Just makes me happy. But it doesn't have the intended result. But maybe I should show some ass too. Someone just listen, get on Bigo and show listen. No, nobody wants to see that, honey. So
I only ended up on Beagle because of what's his name?
who?
The guy who owns Hollywood Unlocked.
Oh, what is his
Jason.
name?
Jason Lee.
Jason Lee. Can I say something about him? I think he kind of cute, and I've just always looked at his lips and wonder how he kisses. That's as far as I'm gonna take it. That's all I have to say about that. Sylvia's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Listen, hey, honey. Now, Jason Lee is too messy. Is there such thing as too messy though? Is there such a thing? Yeah, a little bit. I try to listen. No, I try not to get into the messy thing as well. But no, let me tell you
Yes,
something.
but he did this interview recently that was very
Mhm.
good. I can't.
Mm. I know he did an interview talking about Nicki Minaj too. But Jason Lee is always full on the mess. I consider him a better browner version of Paris Hilton, a better browner version of him.
Yes.
Yeah, Paris Hilton tried to do what Jason Lee is doing. Now, if Paris Hilton watches this, I doubt if you ever should see this, but if you do, I appreciate what you do and what you contribute to the culture, but you're also very toxic, and so is Jason Lee. But Jason Lee is better. Thank you.
Perez has relaxed over the years.
Yeah, because he has children. He has to relax.
He,
Stuff. These days he's in daddy mode. Good for him. I want babies. The only thing about me having babies, honey, is 'cause I'm pretty sure I raised my children spoiled. I'm pretty sure my children gonna be spoiled as hell though. Hmm. Theo. He is a hard pass. Me and my grandmama Ruby feel the same. Yeah, Grandma Ruby Charlie don't want him. The thing is, yeah, because the moment they came from my lips and kissing Jason Lee on the mouth, I instantly feel you gonna need a tetanus shot when you do it. Don't imagine that. Don't imagine that. Don't do that. In fact, I'm gonna do you a favor and get that out of your head. Thank you. So, ew, no. Hold on. All right, stop camera. Let me see. I want to see my old silly face. All right, hey everybody, what's going on? I hope you're doing fine. I'm doing pretty well. Um, and y'all, I told you I was going to try to broaden the platform itself as best as I can, and this is it's kind of fun too. What is your YouTube? I can't find it on your link tree. I don't use Smutbag. Okay, girl, don't use. Yeah. Mm-mm. Listen, go on Twitter. If you go on Twitter, you'll be the only one on there. Hold on. On YouTube, it's Black Snake Productions. On the YouTube account, all I really have up there is a lot of my promos and things. Hold on, I'll put that up there too. And what is y'all doing later on today? You girl, listen. Don't y'all start acting brand new, because usually if I'm by myself not broadcasting, girl, we usually talk about everything under the sun. Oh, here we go. Oh, oh, here we go. It's gonna be at. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you now. It's Black Snake 5875. Hmm. Let me put this on the thing. Here we go, honey. Now that's YouTube right there. Y'all do. Am I going to put all my sites on the link tree? It's a lot of work to do. It's okay. Mm. I follow your Instagram. X is for the red district activities. Ooh, you know who was sending me porn? I had no idea that Twitter had porn on it. Shelly. Shelly's instigating something. I said, Shelly, just listen. I love you, Shelly. Shelly, you close to that boy, my future husband. Listen, you have access codes to his phone. Hey, Melissa Dumas. Hi, honey. Listen, can you send me a few pictures? I promise I'm not gonna send them nowhere. Now, if everybody on YouTube, don't Shelly. I'm just playing. She gonna hit me up later. What did you mean by that? Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm just playing, honey. Not really. I'm not playing at all. Hey. Hi, Sister Carolyn. Now, for everybody on Club Deck, hey, Sister Otters, a Black Sister Black Orchid, Sister Monica. Oh my God, Sister Otter, come on up, honey. Now, Sister Otter in here and Sister Michelle is there with me on. Oh, y'all don't have the StreamYard link too. Let me get you the link. I'm sorry. I'm kind of new to this show. Forgive me for being rude. Hold on, I'll give you the invite link if you want to come to StreamYard. Here we go. Okay, very good. And now put the StreamYard link in. Hey, Sister Monica, Sister Otter, Sister Black Orchid.
Hey, Theo.
Hi, honey. Sister Lena, Sister Shirley, Sister Melissa, Brother Wesley, Sister Carolyn, Sister Anna, Sister Sylvia. Hey, everybody. Now the StreamYard link, it should be in the chat on Club Deck. Y'all see it? It should be there. Okay, wonderful. What's going on, honey? How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm just having my coffee.
I
Um,
want some. Give me some coffee.
I've got some more over here.
Delicious. Thank you so much for being so kind. I have my Circle K coffee.
Is it good?
It's it's actually surprisingly good. It's better than that old hateful ass Burger King coffee. That Burger King coffee should be against the law. Next time I get it, I'm
Mm.
gonna call the popo on them and say they're trying to poison me.
I've had good gas station coffee,
Hmm.
but I've never had good fast food coffee, and I've tried it.
I wonder
In
if
and Out's coffee's okay.
in that coffee.
It's all right.
Okay. I guess 7-Eleven could be considered gas station coffee. No, it won't because they don't have no gas station there. Well, them are they Iranian men, Bangladesh men? Anyway, the Indian Pan Asian men make great coffee, and some of them are kind of cute.
They age pretty well.
Yeah, they age very well. So one of them I saw today, and I looked at him. He looked at me. I said, "Please don't look too hard. Don't do that, because I'm a whole reformed hoe." I say, "Let me give you something to look at." He's very handsome too. I'm gonna start going there more often during the morning time, just to see him. So I'm gonna get a schedule, see when he work. Ask politely, when do you work every day? Bring it up in the conversation so I can stalk him a little bit.
So you can come in on those days.
Just go get my coffee on those days. Just stalk him a little
And
bit.
I mean, just tell him that he makes a good cup of coffee too.
hmm I wonder what else you do with those hands. Thank you. How you doing, honey? Pay no attention to me at all.
Mm, I'm trying to keep my wits about me and everything. I found out that the girl that I've been living with and I've been having, such a nice time and everything, I found out that she is going to be moving out of state
Okay.
and, moving out of state, moving out of the apartment in August.
Yeah.
And she's going to leave the state to be with this man that she's only been with for like a month. And I'm like, you know, that really kind of screws me over because I I don't know. It seems like we'll at this point probably both have to leave the apartment, and
Not
we've only lived
necessarily.
here.
If you can make the money for yourself, you can do it on your own.
That's true, and that's what I would like to do because I've never had such a safe and peaceful place, and it's only been 4 months.
Yeah.
I've been applying to places and everything. Nothing's really come through yet, but I'm trying to I'm trying to remain hopeful, and I'm trying to
Ask for another roommate, honey. Okay. Let's we're gonna find a solution to this now and today. One, I'm gonna pray on it. I'm getting my spirits on. I'm gonna get my ancestors on it. We're gonna find a
I'd
solution.
appreciate that because,
Mm,
well, my whole thing is like after living with those last girls, I am traumatized with roommates because
I
I'm just
know.
like people act crazy.
I
They
know.
they act one way to get in the door, and the next thing you know, like they act a whole nother way. So I don't know. I'm just kind of
But also understand you're not that young girl anymore. So
that's true.
that repeat of that situation, I know that's unhealing. That's healing you have not done because you're still traumatized. But instead
Hmm.
of traumatized, I feel safe in saying this. That could be a sense of, oh hell to the no, I know better. It's gonna
Hmm.
feel like trauma because it was extremely traumatic. But this feels more so this is a well-learned lesson that's still sticking to your ribs and it's you still
Hmm.
feel it. So because I feel uncomfortable using the word trauma. Because
Okay.
yeah, trauma itself, it means that it hurts. It's still hurting. It's probably still there. One thing I'd recommend
Hmm.
is now I know everybody gonna think about this. Craigslist, renting out and looking for a roommate. And Craigslist itself, but also too posting on listing specifically what you need. Looking for
Hmm.
roommate, listing the rent, such and such and such. Also, too, now would be a great start because you can start weeding people out, hanging out with them,
Hmm.
seeing how they react. Um, in the pose of friendship itself, now would be a really great time because Craigslist is free, and now would be a great time to start weeding people out. Because I don't
That's
want you to I
true.
don't want you to lose that space, because that space has really
Me
been
either.
a safe space for you. I don't want you to
And
lose it.
it's a great space, and it's right at the bottom of that volcanic forest that I'm very attached to.
Yeah.
So, and especially, I don't know, I still have some time to figure something out.
Yeah.
I think I would like to get a proper reading on it in the next, couple weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I want to be like really sure,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I feel a little. I'm trying not to completely spiral because I have a tendency to do that.
Mm-hmm. Don't. You're gonna be fine. You're going to absolutely be fine. And the reason why I say that, now, girl, you know I'm completely bitterly and brutally honest about, because I'm nosy.
That's
Girl, listen, where's we going from here? Where we going? Because you got another place set up. Let me set up. Come on, we gonna find some place else. Because either which way, you're gonna find a way and make it happen. I don't feel you're moving from this space. I feel you're gonna find another roommate, and I feel this roommate is another girl. It's gonna be really, really cool and really super awesome. It's
that would be
gonna be a little
nice.
white girl though. Us, no girl of color. It's like one of other. The whole thing about, also too, you have a periodical that's there, and like like college periodicals.
Yeah, they
Uh,
live right next to the Christian college.
yeah, and would a Christian girl be okay?
Maybe, I
Mm.
don't know. I keep all my stuff in my room, so nobody's gonna see it.
Exactly. The whole thing about it is you want a place to stay. Some of them Christian girls up there, listen, they be out there. Woo! It's like the Holy
There's
Ghost
some
is,
cool ones for sure.
but they listen. They have holdback tendencies. In the name of the
That's
Lord,
that's true.
y'all, some of the best peen I've ever had come from preachers and just deacons,
Preacher sons.
especially preachers' sons. They holding top freaks. hmm Ain't you Reverend Jones' son? Yeah, what of it? I figured that. Listen, let me ride you back to China. Come here, Daddy. And then listen, be there sitting early Sunday. I'm looking at him. He's sitting right there next to his mama on stage. And him looking at him, looking at me. I'm trying not to look at him. His mama looking at him, looking at me because they know we heathens. How you know him? Never you mind, lady. Unfortunately, thank God you don't know because your hair, your wig,
Late night prayer
girl, that wig,
session.
yeah. Mm. It's worship and savior. Listen, her wig will fly right off her head, girl. But in all seriousness, I know this sounds odd, but this is what I feel from spirit.
Hmm.
Craigslist. But the thing about Craigslist, you have to weed them out because Craigslist is full of crazy people. So weed them
That's
out.
true.
And this now you have plenty of time to start weeding them out. By the time she's ready to move out, then you'll be able to. I feel that something's going to happen before then that she's not going to move. Like he's going to nut up. He's going to do something that she's not going to like. And
That's
she's
what
not
I've been
and
feeling as
I keep
well.
feeling it because this feels too false. Like he's going to do
Mhm.
something that she doesn't like and she's like, "Oh, there that's over." Good.
Yeah, because I mean, I just, and I don't like to speak things into existence. I don't never wish bad on nobody,
Of
but
course.
just psychically, I was telling my boo that I'm like, first of all, it's only been a month.
Yeah.
Moving across the states and quitting your job and everything, that's a little soon and crazy, but the dude and her, they both separately got out of like two 6 plus year relationships, and I was
Yeah.
like, I feel psychically, this dude is not done with his ex girlfriend, and
He's
he has
not
not.
done. He's not done at
Yeah,
all. He's on the rebound. And
yeah,
if that girlfriend even blows in this direction, owned back to her, your girlfriend
that's
is
what
going to
I
be
thought.
heartbroken, but own back to her.
Mhm.
Now, yeah,
And I don't
spirit
want him
wise,
to
that's what I
move
feel.
and then deal with that, exactly, because I'm like, he's gonna get caught texting her or something, and I don't really want my friend to have, no job, no place, because she intends to move there and have him take care of her, which, nothing wrong with that at all.
That's not going to happen.
I thought so.
He's not going to take care of her at all. That's not what's going to happen. You need to let her know. Tell
Hmm.
her this is coming from Nosy Rosie, Theodore Beaulieu, who stayed with spirit, knows his hell. I do not feel that happening. What I feel happening is that he's going to move her there and pretend and act like a stranger and use her up for sex. And then and
Oh,
still go
you
back
think
to that
so?
girl and still go back to that girl
Okay.
because she has
Okay.
her claws clearly in him. Clearly.
The ex-girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I could feel too. And I've only met the dude one time. I don't know his girlfriend or nothing. But I was like, he's gives me a
He
strange,
gives me
very strange energy.
a skeevy, shady vibe. I don't like it.
Okay. You think he would cheat?
Girl, he's cheating now. And they just like
Oh,
she's
really?
ready to pick up everything. I wouldn't trust him. He's a good lay. He's excellent at
Hmm.
that. His mouth and fingers are fabulous. But that's about it.
Hmm.
Now she's
Okay.
basing good sex on love. How young is this girl?
My friend is a little older than me, so she's 31.
Oh, she's a baby. Can you tell
Yeah.
her good sex does not equate to life-changing situations? Can we just have fun with him and send him on his way?
I want to have another conversation with her. I'm really not sure how receptive she might be
She's not gonna be
because I think
receptive.
she's
She's not
gonna.
gonna be receptive to us now. But I feel in the next 2 to 3 weeks, he's gonna do something where she will be receptive to it. And
I think
she'll
so as
tell
well.
you. She'll tell you.
Okay, because she's gonna go down. He's flying her out for a wedding because he lives about an hour outside of Los Angeles, and they've been
Mm-hmm.
taking little flights back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And he's flying her out for a wedding, and she's about to miss my 30th birthday. And I was a little hurt because I'm like, you're gonna go to these people's wedding. You don't know these people. You're gonna miss my 30th birthday. We've been friends for over a decade. But that is
Mm-hmm.
in the next few weeks. So I think he's gonna do something when she's down there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really trust him. Like he seems nice enough, but I don't. If you're gonna move states and
Mm-hmm.
pretty much uproot your entire life, like you got
Mm.
to be more than nice. You know.
You have to be much more than nice, but also the thing about it, she's never lived with this man before. Like my nana
Uh huh.
always say, you learn more about a man when you wake up next to him. That's a whole different
Yeah.
creature than just saying pleasantries and meeting him and staying with him
Exactly.
every other weekend. When you wake up next to a man and you
Exactly.
have no place else to go, that man gonna change.
And no friends. That's what I'm
And no
saying. I'm like, she don't have
friends.
no friends down there. And just like Sylvia said, this man has money. Maybe not him, but his dad is rich. So I'm like,
No,
I understand
his dad is rich, rich.
rich. So, and
Rich,
I mean,
rich.
I'm a gold digger, so I know how it goes. But I'm like, you don't uproot your life.
So
Like you still get that money, but you keep your own spaces and you keep your own life going.
that's the way I would do. Why the hell am I? I'm gonna go for the gold, but I'm not uprooting my life to do it because
Mm-mm.
every gold digger knows if that's the route you're going to go. What the last thing you do is uproot your life or change your program. Our job is to change
Exactly.
their program to dig deeper into the pockets. But I'm not
Exactly.
changing my program specifically because that gives him carte blanche over my life. I'm not going to do
Exactly.
that.
The control.
It gives
The
him more
control goes
control over
over.
him. The control is to go over
Mhm.
him, not him over me. Ooh, girl,
Exactly.
she playing the bet. She playing
Wow.
the hand of the girl. She playing it backwards.
Yeah, because she's not a hoe at all, so she doesn't really know how it goes. And I'm always trying to tell her, like, in my home mind, if a man
Hmm.
isn't, and it's how I was raised. It's how my mom raised me. Like, if a man doesn't have a car, if he's not going to pay no bills, if he's not buying you everything you want, like, what are you doing? Especially being a young, pretty girl.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
She playing the game
It's hard.
backwards. She's playing the game backwards. There's
Yeah.
nowhere in hell, nigga. I would have that nigga moving to Oregon with all his shit.
Yeah,
I'm
you can move out here.
you.
Like, I'm
He
not moving out
rich.
there.
His parents got money. Listen, come. Ooh, and I have my friend Otto. You know what? Hey,
Hmm. I
come.
can't take care of her out
I
there.
can't
Like,
take care of my friends. You can't take her out there. Can't just move her with us. Hey, then you be close
buy
to me.
cabin.
Yeah, be
Yeah, buy a
closer to
cabin
me.
out here. That's what she wants. She
Mm-hmm.
wants a dude to buy her like a little ranch or a little cabin so she doesn't have to work. And I fully understand that, but I really don't think he's the one. I think he's just pretending to be the one.
He's not the one. Because if that other girl, if she gives him a whiff that he can come back, he's gonna come back and leave her high and dry. And the thing about it is that she's gonna come back, she done left a job and left everything. But that's something you
Mm-hmm.
don't do. You do not do that. If you, now
No.
mind you, Gold Digger 101, and that's the cardinal rule. It's there are five. One, do not change your life according to his. He has to change his life according to you. You control his modes as much as you can. The much more control you have over him, the more you have control over his pockets. Number two, understanding and know that you have to think, you have to play the game well ahead. You have to think well ahead of this man. It's a chessboard. Anticipate his moods and understandings of self more so than he understands his own. That's being kind, being nice, and not being fake about it too. That's gaining a concerted interest in this man and all of his hobbies and everything. I don't give a damn if you don't like to play video games. Shit, pretend that you do. Get a liking up that Mortal Kombat, the Minecraft crap, all that stuff going on. Gain interest in things he likes. That way you can have more conversation outside of the bonky da boink 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 boink. Because you want to be more than a lay. You want to have more interest outside of the bedroom. Number three, and this is extremely important. Always make sure that his friends, now all of his friends, they may like you, they may not like you. The ones that don't like you, basically make sure that you create a conservative bubble around his external relationships that have nothing to do with the relationship. One thing we're not going to do is wheedle him or isolate him from his friends. That's narcissistic. No. We get him from the people that are not good for him or that don't like you. Not that you're going to be bad, but backbiting these people, it helps. But what you're going to do is start to really consolidate the relationships of those that work for him. He'll start to conceptualize that mentally is that she wants the best for me. And number five, and this is also very important, always make sure that your motives, that your ideas and conceptualizations of yourself come first. Men are going to fight against that because they are ego driven little creatures. I come first. I did. Do you like what I am doing for you? Do you like how I make you feel? Do you like the dinner that I put together? Always include women. Do not do that. They're so centered around him. The natural mindset of the sacred feminine are caregivers. We, us, and they. No,
Mm-hmm.
you're dealing with a man. I. Center yourself around the accomplishments, large or small, in the relationship itself, so that when he's away from you, he will start to associate you with food, feelings, his
Peace,
feeling
comfort.
understandings of the world, how he sees the world. He'll start to associate you with his own conceptualizations and own analytical understandings of the world. Within that audacity that creates who he is within his personality, he will start to associate you with those. And now you're part of his psychological paradigm. You're inside the fabric of who he is because you're part of what makes him happy, what makes him sad, what makes him think, what makes him mad. You're part of the fabric, the dynamic of his creation. He couldn't get away from you, even if he wanted to. That just means you can dig deeper into his pockets because you're part of the fabric, not only of his life, but the fabric of what he is as a human being.
And you got to make him think it's all his idea as well, because that's how men are. If
Well,
they
number
think it's your
five,
idea,
yeah, number five does that automatically because when you include I, and this works for
it's
girls
like,
too. This because when you say, "Do you like the food? Do you like this meal that I made for you?" You can do it, in girls, you can do it in a really beautiful way that makes it his idea. But men are very I, and you're taking on a male point of view or a male archetype understanding of what you're contributing to the relationship. Women don't do that a lot. They
they
very
don't feel seen.
yeah, they very rarely value the minute things, and, the thing, every single thing you bring to the relationship, itemize it. Say I, you. Do you love how I make you feel? Do you love what I create? Now, mind you, there are ways of finessing it so that it's like, what the hell is that about? You know how to finesse. Oh, dirty. Do you like how I made you feel last night? Mind you, you put I. But it sounds so sweet. It's just
Subtle.
delicious, so subtle, so delicious. But over time, he'll begin to understand that you made him feel that way, that you cooked that delicious meal, you rubbed his feet, You have made him feel good. Because when he's outside of your paradigm, men have a tendency, because they're I based creatures, they'll simply say, no, it was me that did that. No, she did that, but it was me. It's all about me. No.
Mhm.
Remember, you're getting into his subconscious mind, which is very easy to do. You're getting into his subconscious mind. That, and it works with girls too. It works better with girls. It works really easy with girls, because you're dealing with a situation with two semiotic understandings of the sacred feminine, and both of you understand this rule intrinsically. So with girls, with lesbian relationships, it just makes your relationship even better, makes it a stronger bond, because you have two dynamics that are constantly not acknowledging what they bring to the table, the work they bring to the table, and giving issue and credit to the other. That's fine, but what do you do? I work hard in relationship. I want to be acknowledged for it. Now, he's not going to acknowledge it straight out right, but after a few months, he absolutely will. I love what you did, and I love what you did. You did this, you did that, you did this. Those type of conversations going to give you an understanding that he is listening, if not consciously, subconsciously. Then that's when he's going to start being very kind to you, because he's going to start to associate you with those things that make him feel very good.
Mhm.
And those are the handbooks for being a gold digger. Hey,
A proper one.
a proper gold digger. Thank you, darling.
Okay, I took those notes down. So do you think, like, as far as at least currently, because I was about ready to just start packing all my stuff back up, do you think
Mm.
I should wait a little longer and
I'd wait a little
see what
longer, because
happens?
this is not going to last.
Okay,
It's not
that's what
going
I
to.
thought.
It's not going to. Now, mind you, everybody, we're talking about a young girl. She's still very young. Y'all are both very young compared to me. I'm older than water, and dirt is my sister. Um, y'all, no, not at all. Hey, Carolyn. Carolyn's on. She's on Streamyard. Hey, honey. The thing about it, wait. Start planning.
Okay.
I still want you to always be prepared,
Mhm.
and just be prepared for everything. But always
Mhm.
to understand, I don't think that this is going to work. I don't
Mhm.
feel it. I don't see how it's going to work. There's too many things up in the air, and his energy
Mhm.
is too flighty, because of the wealth,
Yeah.
because of the fact that he's used to having everything. But also to his energy, he can love bomb you. She's under the love
That's
bombing phase.
Yes, because he was buying her all these gifts and she was talking to her other
That
friends because
doesn't
they all
equate
knew.
love. He's very wealthy.
No,
That's what they do.
yes, because it's easy for him and it's his daddy's money, so he
Yeah.
didn't work for it.
Yeah,
Um,
everyone, you're dealing with very wealthy men, gifts do not equate love. They're just basically grooming you. Now, if you buy me
mhm,
a house, that's a different situation. But depending on the wealth of his father, it's still a gift. Now, if you live
mhm,
in the house with me, and you're taking care of me, and you're helping clean up my house, and we're living from day to day as hubby to bubby, then that's a whole different story, because we're setting home. Gifts do not
mhm.
equate love. Gifts are things. But because she's a
Yeah,
girl, because she thinks soft and pink like most of us do, she's going to equate that with love. Girls think soft and pink. Most girls do. Some girls don't. So she's equating that with love. That's not love. Those are just things. I'm not going to uproot my life because of pleasantries or baubles that he's bought me. I'm not going to do that. He would have to do a
okay.
lot more impressing with me. He would have to do a lot
Yeah,
of things that I could trust psychologically. Money's fine, but also too, if you're moving with a man, changing it's uprooting your life with a very wealthy man, and you living with him, and if he switches up on me, I need to see that switch up long before I move in with him. Baubles do not equate love at all. So knowing me, I probably would start testing them too. You know how I can antagonize folks. Say, hey, he's probably allowing this because of finances. Sylvia, you're absolutely right. So Sylvia's saying it's way too soon. I absolutely agree. We both know that. We both know that, honey. We both know it's too soon. Way too soon. But everybody, now y'all have the fine tips concerning gold digger, the rules of being a gold digger. Am I a gold digger? Absolutely not. I could be. I used to be. Was I a gold? No, I've always had my own money, but uh, I've dated very wealthy men before. Did I date them, or did I just mess around with them? I think it's a bit of both. I never stuck around long enough to date them. I just wanted the peen. and the little baubles. I never stayed around. I just never did. I wasn't interested. Oh no, hell no. What's in private chat? Then you fell off club. I did. Oh God, I fell off again. Okay, hold on. Let me log back in. I'm gonna log back into Clubhouse, y'all. Thank you, Carolyn, honey. Oh God. Hi, Monica, honey. Device not connected. Oh, you will need to connect your mic before they can add them to the stream. Connect their. Oh, they need to connect their mic or cam before the stream. Okay, Monica needs to connect her mic. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. That's another reason why I'm utilizing this too. Just in case, just in case Clubhouse starts acting up, then, mostly everybody can hear me over here. Okay, there we go. Clubhouse is back online.
Oh, there he is.
There I
I
am.
was
See?
about to pop over to YouTube and
Ha!
check.
Yeah, I'm back, honey. Sorry about that. Clubhouse is acting a fool again. Hence, was also really good just to go over to StreamYard. So everybody listen, if you have StreamYard going on, hit on. I have to put the StreamYard link in the chat on Clubhouse. Come on over. Also, too, I put all the Twitter links of the links to social media. Uh, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So hey, everybody. So I do want to get into lessons a little bit later because we have a few folks up in here. But before
Thank
we,
you, Theo.
hi, honey. You listen. I don't want you to worry. I don't want you to worry.
You're right. You set my mind straight, and you just
Mm.
confirmed what I was thinking and feeling.
You
so
feel it
I'm
already, though.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
this is not going. Okay, for real though. We're not not giving bad juju. It's just not going to work. Not is. She
Yes.
is going way. I don't like his energy. He's no.
Me neither.
I can't call him schizoid. That is so unfair. That's somebody's son. And well, I still don't like it.
Me neither, and I
It's
wasn't sure what it
sleazy.
was.
It's sleazy.
Yeah. Okay, because I was like, this energy, I was like, he's nice enough to me, but it's almost like it's a facade. So
That part. That part.
it's good to know.
That part.
And I'm grateful for your help because I'm gonna. You always set me back on track, so I'm gonna focus on what you said, and I
Okay.
wrote it down.
Okay. Listen, write those 5 rules down. I hope everybody wrote them down. Listen, everybody needs to have a sponsor, someone who's nice to you and is good looking. We're all loving people. We all love to love and we give love right back. But it's nice to have a sponsor, someone who can just love on. I love having sponsors. And I haven't had one in a very long time, but someone I can love on, I can snuggle and get in the nook and cook for them. And they reward me with wonderful, wonderful gifts. Not that I need them. It's
Nothing
nice.
wrong with a little patron.
There's nothing wrong with having a patron. Not at all. I think they're wonderful, especially if they're easy on the eyes. See, that's hubby material. Though I'm very weary of marrying a wealthy man. I've always been
Me
weary.
too.
I'm always been very weary about
Certain
marrying a
men,
wealthy man.
especially, I would never marry a doctor or a military man because I get too scared.
I do too. Military men, they know too much about guns and knives. You scare me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
They
going to
could kill
attack.
me. I'm small.
Yeah, they kill me and then put me somewhere, and only God will know where to find me. My ancestors,
And they get away with it.
and they will.
They'd get
Well,
away with that.
not with because my ancestors will hurt them very badly.
That's true.
And
I think we'd be
I
good.
will haunt them. So no, girl. Oh, it's a good conversation. Listen, and doctors know too much about medicine. And then,
Exactly.
yeah, I don't need for you to tell me the ins and outs of my body. Listen, I've romanticized it. I don't need to know what that hole and. No. You've done to perinickel and all that going on. No, this is just a blowjob. I don't need to know what's going on inside my throat and mouth. Sir, shut up. You've you've taken the romantic out of the thing. No, doctors are too smart for their own good. No, now my doctor, he's really cute. Now, if they're very down to earth, I think doctors know when they're being annoying. I'm pretty sure they do. Sir, I don't need the medical terminology of the gobble gobble. You've just taken the love out of it and made it to something. No, I'm no longer turned on. Get away from me. I'm no longer turned on. You can go now. I'm going to go sit in the corner and rethink my life. So no doctors for me, unless they're plastic surgeons. And I don't want plastic surgery, but I think the clients are quite interesting.
You don't need it.
No, not at all. But I would love to make friends with their clients. Listen,
Mm,
I'm a spirit reader. Most of them are quite wealthy.
you're a networker.
Absolutely. And they network, especially in this town. They probably all have husbands who are producers. They work in the industry. Honey, your client base. Can I have your Rolodex? Thank you. I love you. Bye bye. Those are all spirit clients, honey. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Let's see. It's 2:02 Pacific Standard Time. It's Tuesday. What we're gonna do, of course, is have. Thank you, Sister Otter, honey. All we're gonna do is have a few questions, because we are streaming on other platforms. To be completely transparent with that, it's not like the private clubhouse chat we usually have, where we just speak. If you don't want it online on the other three platforms, then don't talk about it. That's why I never have the replays on, which I should cut them on. This is worse than replays. We're not only on Clubhouse, everybody, we're now on the three other platforms. Not that anybody's looking, but just in case if your stalker is looking, yeah. I just felt the lady just kind of crunch up. Did you say stalker? I'm joking. Nobody's stalking you. At least that man looking in the window. He's a friend. Call the popo now. God.
Okay, I got ready to take the notes.
All right, honey. All right, everybody. Listen, everybody. If you want anything about Conjure, now just to let everybody else on the other platforms know, I usually hold this room once a day to teach, but as well as about Conjure, also give advice. We also talk love into each other, talk space into each other. Monica, Sister Monica, you're on here, but I don't know if your phone is hooking up. Sister Kelly, you want to come on the stage? Hold on. I'm gonna unmute. Oh, I can't. Bring Sister Kelly on the stage. Hi. Hello. Hello. That's so crafty. What a crafty laugh. Get the giggle. Sister Kelly's gonna beat me up later. Hey,
Oh,
honey,
it's
what's going
okay.
on?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
What you
everyone.
doing? What you doing?
Working as the usual. And well, I was talking in the chat in Clubhouse.
Hmm.
This is very confusing right now.
It is confusing, buddy. Talk about micromanaging. I have 8 hands now.
Right.
How are
How
you
are you
doing, honey?
today?
I'm pretty good. Pretty
Good.
good. Listen, I always said that I'm gonna try to get, of course, Timeless Hoodoo out in the masses, and that's what I'm planning on doing, um, because our little gathering needs to grow. There are a lot of people that need our help, need our love and care, and they need a sense of spiritual family, the family that we have on Clubhouse. So, because I'm constantly bumping into sisters on Instagram, that are requesting readings or just guidance. I'm like, come on over to Timeless Hoodoo on Clubhouse. We meet there every day, and we always give advice and feed into each other and hold space for each other. So come on over there. So I'm just kind of growing it to have a little gathering grow, but also so we can provide loving care for other sisters and brothers out there that need help, that need assistance. There's a lot of folks going through stuff right now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I agree. We
Mhm.
definitely. And there's a lot of people, unfortunately, who are not giving correct information. So this is a safe place
Girl,
to
I didn't
come.
say it. You said it.
Not me being messy.
I thought it.
Hey, Jesus.
Listen, messy boots. I'm gonna be right behind you because my
Oh, you
messy
got
boots
kicked off of
my
Clubhouse.
girl. My messy boots are bigger. Not only is they giving wrong information, don't do it. Listen, there are a whole bunch of TikTok hoodoos. Don't you? Please don't do that. It's gonna backfire in your face. I saw one sister put down sea salt and keep it down. It keeps spirit. Did you tell them that it's not going to
Bingo.
last after 2 or 3 days?
One second. Your Clubhouse. You're not on Clubhouse anymore.
No,
No,
again,
again.
girl, they keep picking me out.
I know. I know.
hmm But the thing about it, though, you have to understand something. A lot of that now, there is some really beautiful advice on Instagram. Beautiful advice, but a lot of it is not very good, and a lot of it is not vetted. Some of the things these children be recommended to do, I'm like, oh hell no. I wouldn't do that. I learned not to do that when I was 10 years old. But
Right.
in saving grace for these young people is that the whole fact whereas they don't have spiritual elders like what I had. I had whole spiritual elders to help me. Mm. They don't have spiritual elders like I do. I did. So, I'm gonna be an elder for everybody. At least try to help as best as I can, or as much as they listen. Hey, Sister Jasmine on Clubhouse, Sister Brother Cadero, S. Lynn, Sister Melissa, Sister Black Orchid, Sister Lena, Sister Sade, Sister Carolyn, Sister Arden, Sister Sylvia. Ha, Sister Monica here.
Can you hear me, Theo?
Ha,
Hi. I'm going to schedule an appointment, but I have a quick question for you.
yeah, honey.
Is this man above me? Is he tracking my devices? I think he showed up where I was on Saturday, and I could feel that somebody was staring at me, and I think it was him.
Mm, he's tracking your devices. Hold on. Psychically, I don't feel that.
Okay.
No, but I do know.
Because remember, he
No.
tracks me. He tracks me in the apartment, and I'm like, I've turned my location off.
Mm. Yeah, I can see where you would feel that too, because he's weird, and he
Yeah.
has this stalker energy, just always just sleazy energy. Girl, I agree with you. No, he's not, because he doesn't have, he no, no, not at all.
Okay.
He's a really nasty energy going on though. Now,
I
how are you dealing with concerning that the dark mojo going on?
um I keep the salt water, the sea salt water. Change it every. I wear my mojo,
hmm
but I just need to stay here until October. That's it.
Okay. Now, how do you feel from day to day?
Um,
It
when
comes and
I
goes, huh?
Yeah, it comes and goes, and when I think he's tracking me, it just really irritates me. I feel like my privacy is being invaded.
Because it is.
Yeah. I feel like my privacy is being invaded.
Okay.
I'm
Now
getting these
is that
crazy phone calls and emails, and so I try to use my work laptop for most things.
hmm now mind you, it's now psychically, how does it feel? Monica, psychically, how does it feel though? Uh-oh. Am I on Clubhouse now? Did it shut me down again?
You're on both apps,
Okay.
Clubhouse
Okay.
and
Because I don't
Anchor.
see anything. I'm thinking I feel they're gonna shut me down again. Okay, good. Now, Sister Monica, how does everything feel on that end?
It
On
it's
has it
been
got better?
calm. The
Mm,
last 2 nights, like last Thursday night and Friday night, was
mm.
I felt like movement. I feel energy. Like I felt something touch my arm this morning.
Yeah, I know. That whole entire house, honey, your space, something is going on with it spiritually. Now, because you gridded it with sulfur
Yep.
and then okay, the blue water. One thing we're gonna do, one thing I'm gonna recommend to do. Did you get the bluing for with the camphor, the blue water for the camphor?
I got the camphor.
Okay, very good. We're gonna now the bluing. What we're gonna need to do is create blue water. Now we can do that with food coloring or Mrs. Stewart's bluing. That blue water and just take a glass. Each room is gonna have a glass in the coldest corner, in the corner.
Mhm.
And what we're gonna do is just have that blue water just kind of soak up that mojo and
Mhm.
help elevate the energy in that one particular room.
in the room I sleep in, because that's where I feel like I'll feel the bed shaking sometimes,
Yeah.
and it
This is not in your head. This is spiritual phenomena going on.
yes, and I do have the what is it? I have the bath and floor cleaner,
Yeah.
and I have the Govinda blue, like the little uh, bars.
Okay. Are they cobalt blue? Are they like strong blue and you can put them in water?
Yes.
Okay. Those are that's the bluing. They call them a Neil or what call it, Azul. But
Hmm.
you can pick off a little piece and put them in sparkling clean water as well as a little bit
In
of
a
camphor
glass.
in a little glass as well as a little bit of camphor. Make sure the camphor is very important. And then go ahead on and put 1 glass per room. And what that will do, especially with the camphor, I put in a little frankincense oil too, about 5 or 6 drops. It'll just elevate the energy. Water is a conduit for spirit. And that water has camphor in it, so it'll help elevate that energy. Ooh. Can he move? That man upstairs. Can he just move? Ugh. I'm gonna work on that. Sir, move. Leave. Let's make sure he leaves. Yeah, definitely. Hmm. I'm glad you're doing a little bit better, honey. Definitely. A little bit better. A whole lot, actually, a whole lot better. I'm glad you're doing better.
Thursday, but yeah, it's but like I work from home,
Hmm.
so it's a relief for me to get out of here.
Now the thing about it, when you leave the house,
Hmm.
that sense of being that spiritual persecution, it's just inside the house, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the house itself.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's the space itself. It's something going on. Now, everybody, I had Sister Monica do the Hertz on YouTube, the Hertz thing going on. 100, I think it's one like over like 10,000 hertz. This is meditative music, which is a high hertz to just
Uh-huh.
lift the vibration auditory wise.
Hmm.
That seemed to be working okay. Then also going about utilizing just conjure wise too.
Okay.
Just different herbs, different minerals. Doing it the old fashioned hoodoo way, just to get rid of that hate energy.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And what I'll do is I'll do that today, and I will schedule something with you for Thursday.
Hmm.
Is there a good time for you?
Oh, child, these usually after 11
Okay.
a.m.
Okay.
because everybody schedules when they want to.
Okay. Yep. Thank you, Theo.
You're welcome, honey. Absolutely.
All right.
Hmm. It's good to know you're doing a little bit better.
Yes,
Mhm.
a little. Yeah, it is improved. Yep.
Okay,
I
good,
keep my
good.
salt water changed. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm still like something literally touched my arm this morning. I was like, what the hell? Like, just go. Go.
I'm wondering too, what's going on with that condo? Because it has to be a spiritual space. This could be psychic. This is spiritual phenomena going on. Could be a
Yeah.
haint, a ghost, and or just spiritual activity going on in that space. If that's the case, then you would have to conduct a house cleansing and a house blessing.
Mm.
Now, listen, did you ever get to building an ancestor reverence space? Because they would know how to delineate and how to
I did.
really, really
I have the white cloth. I have a like a votive candle, a white candle. I
Mhm,
have the Bible. I have the picture of my grandparents. I have. You told me to put coffee in a glass of water,
mhm. Now
and
get a 9-day candle. And what else do you need? That'd be in water. 4 glasses of water to be on that altar itself. Water is a conduit of spirit. It also makes sure that they can take on more corporeal form inside that space. And ask for your ancestors daily to just remove any type of spirit that's there.
okay, 4 glasses of water.
4 glasses of water. The reason why so much water, usually it's 1 glass, is because we want ancestors to take on more of to take on more spirit, take on more of space, to fill that space up with their energy, their
Okay.
mojo.
Do I put anything in the water?
Just clean water.
Okay, and I'm still doing the blue with the camphor and the
Hmm.
glass
And
in
now, yeah,
every
yeah,
room.
in every room. And
Okay.
what that's going to do, that's going to just because water does definitely absorb energy, but it's blue water, it's haint blue, and evil spirits do not like the color blue. They can't stand it. And then, of course, putting camphor and frankincense oil, it lifts up the vibration of that water. So it will drive them out of that space. Hmm. And there you go. Very good. Good job. Very, very good. All right, hold on. I think they kicked me out of Clubhouse again. Hold on, I'm gonna log in again. Oh, they did it. Child Clubhouse. Girl, you know what? Since the whole P. Diddy thing going on, everybody and their mama on Clubhouse, hundreds of thousands of people talking about that old evil ass man. And that now they just taking up. Well, I'll be right back. And they literally just doing the most. And so Clubhouse service, they need to invest more into their service, definitely. Here I am. I'm back now. Ha! I'm back on Clubhouse. Now I'm gonna put the link concerning StreamYard inside Clubhouse so that y'all can join me on here. This site is much more stable than Clubhouse is. Mm. It is. It actually is. And y'all can join me on here if you want to. Now I'm
Will
typing.
you continue doing some Instagram lives?
Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely, honey. I love those. I just never post them. I never save them because,
That's true.
yeah, Shelly's is like, well, sometimes you talk about blah 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 blah. Why is he on my Instagram page? Now, mind you, now he's posting every day. I would have seen the time he would rarely ever post on Instagram. Now that I'm doing my lives, now he's gonna do his lives, posting all silly ass videos. Ain't nobody trying to see all that, Chris. Why don't you just come
No, we're
home?
trying to see you. I think other than Clubhouse, it's my favorite way to see you. The YouTube is pretty good as well.
Hmm.
It lags a little bit, but
Hmm.
it's still good. We're gonna find a solution.
Go find a solution. Absolutely, we're gonna find a solution, honey. The thing is, now that I'm posting on Instagram, now here's old rusty crusty behind posting on Instagram too. Every day, posting one of them little old ugly little videos. And they're not ugly. I actually quite enjoy them. And I think he looks delicious. I have to put up a front though. I'll go crazy. Just no, not crazy. Well,
Maybe he wants you to see him.
I do. I'll go right over there. And then I leave a little heart. I shouldn't do that. Because the moment I think Shelly be following his page. She's like, "Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Get it. Stop stalking me, heifer." I'm supposed to see her this weekend. Everybody, and Shelly is my producer for Blood Brother Chronicles. Also, too, if you're on my Instagram, if you're on my YouTube page, there's a lot of different little things dedicated to the project of Blood Brother Chronicles, promo videos. I have a video on YouTube, quite a few of them, that are literally going about their oral readings of Blood Brother Chronicles, which I'm fleshing out the characters and everything. Somebody said they really like them a lot. So if you want to hear about the books, you can go on that YouTube page. It's actually really cool. Yeah, your Clubhouse is cutting up. Now, mind you, when you if over in Clubhouse, do you guys see that StreamYard link? You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, good, because I can't see it. I can't see the link. All right, y'all, listen. All right, very, very good. Now, what are we gonna do first? Um, also, to y'all, if you want ratings. Now, the thing about if I'm online, and I have to explain this because one young sister hit me up last night. She says, "Why are the ratings not 45, but they're 45?" Well, because they're public and they're used as a teaching aid, to teach people who do. There are quite a few young ladies who read cards, so they're used as a teaching aid too. Now, if they're public, because you're allowing other people to tap into your life, not just myself, it's entertainment. So there'll be 45 because it's part of the entertainment. It's part of the gathering. But private readings are 95, 90, 90 to $95.
And those are the hour ones, yeah?
Those are the hour ones. Child, the ones on Clubhouse are hour. Just listen, because I just get to jibber jabber. Talk, 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 talk. See, is you done with the reading? No, I'm not. I'm not done. Sorry. Just talk, 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 talk. But no, if you want a private reading, go ahead on and just hit, I think it's the link tree, and there you go. But today will be what I do want to talk about, of course, is Rose of Jericho. We touched on it a little bit concerning the miracles of Rose of Jericho. But I want to talk about using the Rose of Jericho in spell jars. We talked about it. I'm actually going to create a Patreon project to Rose of Jericho, and a Patreon project to understand how to use a Rose of Jericho inside a spell jar in order to supplement your spell work. Talked about it a little bit. I'm going to talk about it more today because you have to know what you're doing. Now, on the subject, Rose of Jericho is a really wonderful spirit. To give you an understanding what Rose of Jericho are, if you've ever seen that plant, it's called the resurrection plant, and it's brown and ugly. It's just a brown. It looks dead. And then I know you see their videos on YouTube as well as Instagram. You put water on it. You set it in a bed of water, and miraculously it comes right to life. That's called a resurrection plant, but also called AKA Rose of Jericho. Now, these plants are wonderful, wonderful spiritual totems and spiritual egregores. They're absolutely, Tata, how do you say that? Egregore? Egregore? How do you say that?
Egregore.
Egregore, thank you. They're wonderful egregores. They're really, really beautiful spiritual totems. And what they're known for is conceptualizing spirit for you. You have a whole thinking, a whole mojo that will understand your intention. Pit a sense of impetus behind it. Pit a spiritual force behind it that's completely all natural, and drive that essence and drive that spirit and or intention exactly where it needs to go. Also, keep in mind, Rose of Jerichos they're spirits that are completely 100% all natural, which means that they're extremely protective. So if a Rose of Jericho taps into your intention, um, our intentions as human beings, because of the fact we distance ourselves so far from the natural world, a lot of our intentions aren't given much sovereignty because of our relationships with the spirit world, and well, with the natural world, therefore the spirit world. So a lot of times, if you don't necessarily have the gift of manifestation, when you're going about lighting up candle work, sacred flame work, or just other ritualistic work, or even just candles, spirit jars, if you don't have a backup that is an all natural spirit that can conceptualize your intention and place it where it needs to go, a lot of times our work won't work. It won't work its best, or it'll plateau, which means it'll work for a little bit and then, girl, it falls off completely. It's like, oh God, it'll fall right off. So, what happens with the Rose of Jericho is that it keeps that from happening. Mhm. The Rose of Jericho is a spirit that is all natural, completely beautiful, and it'll keep your work from plateauing because you now have a spiritual force who, though the spiritual force is quite beautiful, but it's still deeply, even though that little plant is. Oh, I'm here, honey.
One moment. You're not.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
good for it to put coins
Now you're back.
in the water, but I've also heard people say that that can kill the plant.
it can. Too many. Too many. It absolutely
Too
is
many
absolutely
coins.
can. Too many coins. But
Okay.
but the thing about the Rose of Jericho that I love about it is that now it's killing the plant specifically because they put too many damn coins, and they're not changing the water.
Okay.
You got to change that water every other day. Now, changing the water. Here we go. Rose of Jericho. Oh, thank you, honey. Oh, that's so sweet of her. Rose of Jerichos are really, really wonderful. They're extremely protective. Okay, I haven't put together a few red petites. Okay, thank you, honey. Rose of Jerichos, even the water itself is highly protective. But here we go. Let's. I should I should say Clubhouse hating on Theo again. I don't take it personally. The Clubhouse is just being Clubhouse likes to smoke Creoles. That's what I think about it. But anyway, Rose of Jericho, the reason why it's so important in Conjure is again because human beings have removed themselves from nature. A lot of what we put out in this world, even though most of this world is highly technical, that's just the human side of it. This world actually, in all honesty and in all actuality, is a natural world that so happens to have technology. But that technology is only important to human beings. That technology that we thrive on is not important to nature, and in fact is helping to kill the natural world. The Rose of Jericho, think of the Rose of Jericho when you, let's say, put in a spell jar as a root, utilizing the Rose of Jericho to help hold space for yourself. The Rose of Jericho is your intention, but absolutely all natural. It's as if you are a tree, you're a flower, you are literally a part of nature, like we were thousands of years ago when our power was sublime and absolutely in tune with nature. And that's why Rose of Jericho really knows how to manifest our goals and aspirations quite quickly.
Hmm. I think I've also heard of people doing different things with the water. Like I think I heard of someone washing down their windowsills or putting it in a floor wash or something like that. Maybe
Absolutely.
to bring money.
Absolutely. The Rose of Jericho water is incredible for manifestations. In fact, if you have a Rose of Jericho, one, get a very big one. Get three of them to rotate them because after 6 weeks of having the Rose of Jericho in the water with a tiny, tiny amount of cinnamon bark, just to keep her from getting moldy, you'll start to find that your magic is going to plateau or her power is going to plateau. Honey, that's because she's been in the physical world too long. Take her out, put her on a nice towel, dry her out. Now, that water is incredibly powerful. You can take that water to make homemade Florida water with it. You can take it to bless a little few sprinkles to bless your altar space. You can make it into a cleanser, part of a cleanser, to even wipe out your altar space. That water can be added to any accoutrement for spirit because all it's going to do is make that spirit, make that work, whatever the work is, make it more powerful. Now, that's if it is beneficial work. I've never seen Rose of Jericho water really, really benefit hex work. The Rose of Jericho works against negative energies and negative mojos. I don't know the Rose of Jericho that does hexy work. I know that they can, depending on how you treat them. But the thing about it, pitting that Rose of Jericho with all that rust, broken glass, vinegar, all of the things that make salt water, you kill it. That creates a heck. What's honestly, I'm not even come to talk about that.
Oh, I've never heard of that before. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So if you
hmm
hurt or kill the plant in that way, you can use probably the water for hexing.
It's for hexing. That whole thing will hex. It will hex, and it will hex whoever you put in that jar horribly.
Oh,
But you end up killing
oh,
something so divine and so beautiful. It's like no, find other ways. So
yeah. I
no, I'm
don't do hexing
good.
anymore, but I don't hex anymore, but I still like to learn.
hmm I'm good. Listen, I find other ways of doing it. Um, but that Rose of Jericho water, the reason why you get three, because after 4 to 6 weeks, you're gonna take the Rose of Jericho out, the big one you have, put on a little towel, put her some sunshine, let her dry up and roll right back up the way she was, get bone dry, put her in a red mojo bag when she's bone dry, with a little bit of cloves at the very bottom. Put that clove powder in the red juju bag. Then put that new Rose of Jericho. Let her sit on that bed of cloves and let her hibernate. The reason why we put on cloves because cloves helps give her beautiful sovereignty. She already has beautiful sovereignty, but the clothes will give her more sovereignty. Mhm. Now, Rose of Jericho water can be utilized for anything, for getting money, loving relationships, wonderful loving relationships. Bringing Rose of Jericho's knows how to attract things to you. Rose of Jericho's also know how to hold space for spirit more so better than you could. Again, imagine something so powerful, full of nature, holding space for your intentions. It's a very powerful thing. Now, here's how you work. Here's how you work with Rose of Jericho in a spell jar. Now we know how to go about working the Rose of Jericho, and as we would just with water. That's the regular way. But in a spell jar, that Rose of Jericho has to be bone dry. That's the way we're going to work. Because remember, that spell jar is purely spirit. And we always going to put that little tiny. Now make sure you get a little tiny Rose of Jericho. You can get them on Amazon, 12 in a pack. That's going to be like $12 a piece, $12 for a pack. That's going to have 10 to 12 of them. But they're usually very, very small Rose of Jerichos, and those are the ones that are going to be in the spell jar. Get them no bigger than the palm of your hand. Though you get the little tiny ones. And then what you do, every spell jar has to have what we call a root. That root in itself literally is the legs of that spell jar. That's how that spell jar gathers the work that it needs to work, gather its power. Remember, everything in the physical world works from root up, from feet upwards. Then you finally get to the mind or to the space, your head space. Now, oh, hold on. They kicked me out again. Uh-oh.
You're still here.
I'm still on Rose of Jericho. I'm still on the clubhouse. Okay, very good. Girl, I'm so paranoid now. I think they'll kick me out again. But listen. All right, here we go. Now, when you have, depending on what you want to do. Now, let's say we want to have one. I love work with Rose Jericho because she knows what to do. And she's not big and bossy. She says, I'm just going to love on him or her, and just coax coax them on over. This is coercion. So gentle, so pretty. Now, we're going to have a name paper. A name paper is just your name and your birth date, or the name and birth date of the person, client, or target you want to work on. Bam. Now, mind you, the paper we're going to use for your petition has to be unlined paper, no lines on it, and let it be butcher paper. You know the page you get from the butchers. And make sure it has torn edges. I don't want no straight edges or no petition. How the hell is it going to work? It's not going to work. Don't do that. Here we go. Now, let's say that we have love. You want to get in that boy's pants or that girl's pants. So you're so naughty, just a naughty baby. So here we go. Now, writing that petition. Now, y'all know my petitions are always aligned with biological functions that I can depend on. Say such and such, that's the person, loves me. And if it's love, loves me, loves being around me, and is my best friend. You don't put yourself in a friend zone, but there's a reason why. Love grows organically from friendship. How the hell you gonna go from 0 to 60 in a Subaru or you go? You know that little car not built for that at all. And though your spirit jar that Rose of Jericho is a Lamborghini, why would you even try it? That's a whole human being. How is he or she gonna love you? They don't even know you. No. Friendship grows organically from love. Here we go. Say such and such loves me, loves being around me, and is my best friend. Such and such. Okay. As love grows in such and such heart. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Love grows in such and such's heart with every beat, or with every beat of such and such's heart, their love for me grows. Don't put a period. Because spirit don't know what periods is. It's like a cutoff. Stop. Start another paragraph, another line. With every breath such and such takes, this new love for me makes them happy. It blesses them with prosperity and abundance and peace of mind. You see what we done did in this petition. The last part of it has ended up blessing the person. I'm doing that because their ancestors want their children to be blessed. That way, their ancestors will let that jar through because they know that baby needs that blessing. They'll be better inclined to do so. Also, too, the reason why I do that is because we always want to. You saw also how associated potential emotion, feelings with biological, dependable biological functions of the body. They're gonna have a heartbeat and breathe. Just as sure as they breathe and have a heartbeat, my love should be, or their love for me should basically be right behind or dependent upon that natural function that's highly reliable. But also too, like I said at the bottom, make sure that you include a blessing for that person. Anytime you choose to bless people like that in that wonderful, beautiful way, what usually happens is that again, their ancestors will let that work through. Their spiritual center, especially if they're psychic or they have spiritual gifts, will let that work through. What it naturally does is that it kind of, I hate to say this, but not really. It kind of places a subterfuge on your work. Like it's, of course, you know what it's for, but in the universe, it's thought to be a jar of well-being. The reason why that is, the universe looks at love completely different than we do. We associate love with romance and fizzy, 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 touchy, 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 kissy, kissy, kissy. No. The universe sees that, but it sees it in many different ways. Remember, we're talking about a force of nature that is greater than us, that sees three things in a 365, that sees things bigger than us. This,
Excuse me, Theo.
mhm.
You fell off of Clubhouse. It's,
Again? Okay.
yeah.
Oops. Oops. Let's go back again.
Okay.
Girl.
It was while you were talking about the petitions, but like you couldn't hear me either. So
Oh, girl, but the petitions. Oh, they'd have missed the whole thing. Well, listen, listen, the good thing about it, they can come on to YouTube and catch where they messed off. Because the live, it'll stay. This live will stay. These lives are going to stay on here. Okay, I'm logging back into Clubhouse. Why Clubhouse do that? I think it could be my computer too. But I'm actually on Club Deck. It could be Club Deck too, honey.
Hey, Asha.
Hey, there we go, honey. All right, now we're back on. Now, as far as as far as love, how the universe sees love unto itself, it sees love's much more different than just this romantic love. Love, the universe sees love exactly how you listed in your petition. A sense of blessing, an opportunity to bless people, an opportunity to make their lives better. Hey, Sister Asha, what's going on, honey? How you doing? Hi.
Hey Theo, I'll wait till you're done with lessons. I don't want to interrupt the flow. So
Mm-hmm.
talk to
Well, thank you, honey. Now, the thing about it, too, is now if we go about with the petitions themselves, um, how now everybody differs about this because now you have the name paper and the petition inside the love jar. I want y'all to basically seal that petition and name paper, and I need for it to be sealed off from all the sugars, all the liquors. I don't need for that to be muddled. Because this is Sister Rebel, she created a beautiful jar and it got muddled and everything started to go awry concerning Mojo. So please, so basically there are two methods of keeping your petitions and name paper to keep from getting muddled. Because that's very important. You have to maintain the integrity of what you write. That is the charge of that spell jar. If it is compromised in any way and that ink gets muddled or disappears, that spell jar has no aim. So if that spell and all that magic has no aim, all the magic that is collected unto itself will start to turn quite precarious. Then it's chaotic energy. It has no place to go. It's going to utilize, depending on your life, depending on the energy around you, it can become quite treacherous energy. Now things are starting to start falling apart. So always maintain integrity. Now, how we would do that is this. Take, you can roll each petition a name paper, roll the petition around the name paper, or roll the name paper around the petition. It don't really matter. Take that red, wrap it with red thread tight so it stays rolled. You can actually do what's called a beeswax seal, is dumping that petition into hot beeswax, letting it dry, dumping the beeswax again, letting it dry, building up the layers of the seal, that beeswax seal, so that that beeswax can seal it from the syrup, the alcohol, the water, everything else. That way the petition itself will not become compromised. Also, too, you can utilize the little nickel bag. Take the itty bitty little nickel bags, place your petition and name paper, make sure that nice and sealed, and just do it that way. Just seal it in that nickel bag and make sure it's sealed from all other influences that can actually compromise it. Now, after you have your name paper, each spell jar, because we've discussed this before on Clubhouse. This is more so for new, for anybody to come across this information on other platforms. After you have your spell jar, go ahead on and add valerian root. Every spell jar needs valerian root. Valerian root is a wonderful root for magic. It's a wonderful space to grow from. Then go ahead and then put a little itty bitty amount of salt. Now the salt is about the half the size of a dime, not a lot. Now you don't have to do this. This is actually quite optional. If you want to, you can. You don't have to. But salt in itself is also deeply manifestory. It helps with the manifestations. Mhm. Now, also too, at the very bottom, we're going to have a little bit of valerian root. Wonderful valerian root. Valerian root acts as a root. Also, other roots in the bottom of that jar that are really good for helping with love. Now, with love, I'm always going to assume that somebody else, listen, if you like him or her, somebody else like him or her too. So, with a little astragalus root, a little angelica root, um, then we want to have a little bit of calamus root for attraction. Depends on the love jar itself. A little skull cap. Skull cap is always going to go in there as well as Damiana to really, really create a. Damiana creates a beautiful, beautiful portal space inside that person, while skull cap gets inside that mind space. And then, well, of course, with other roots in order to complete the job, or love roots to complete the job itself. Now, after that is done, takes. Ooh. On stage. Very good. Back on stage. Sorry about that, y'all. Hi, Theo. I got freezed out, honey. No, I'm back. Hey, Ella. Hey, honey. I'm right back. No, it was the Wi-Fi. That's all it was. All right. Now, mind you, I should also, I'm probably going to log back on the Clubhouse too. Now, keep in mind now for everybody else. Now, keep in mind, um, valerian root. There. I'm right here, honey. And if you're going to use the roots that we're going to use concerning love. Now, I'm always going to utilize valerian root. Valerian root is a really good root in order to connect into mojo. Mm, there we go, honey. Okay, there we go. I'm back now. Hi, Sister Marley. Y'all, Sister Marley, she is now in Medellin, Colombia. There she is. Hey, Sister Marley, honey. Hi. And listen here, Sister Marty. I took your need. I took your route. Your inspiration. Girl, I'm now on StreamYard just like you. I want to find a way to go ahead and broadcast everything. I thought I could do it on my site. Child, I went on StreamYard. Child, yeah. And it's the best thing too, unless they keep cutting me off. But it's pretty good and I'm really enjoying it. So thank you, honey, for the inspiration. Absolutely. Now hold on. Ooh, thank you, Sister Carolyn. I did fall off, honey. All right, there we go. Now, when we go concerning roots, concerning the love jar, calamus, didn't you creep? Now, calamus root, of course, is for attraction, and then Didneyacrete, of course, is to create a portal space, but also truly, 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 to not only create a portal space, but also to get inside that person's mind space concerning love. Definitely. Also, too, I want to use. Hmm, I'm going to use a little bit of black cohosh. Let's say he or she's a stubborn person. We have to get beyond those six. I know mine is. He stays stubborn. I think stubborn should be his middle name. I think something wrong with him. Is stubborn a mental disorder? It can be, isn't it? That's the mountain that's my mountain I'm gonna climb on and I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna stand on that. He's stubborn. So listen, we're gonna use black cohosh. Now, black cohosh, if you're gonna use black cohosh for stubbornness, then then I'm gonna recommend a little bit of crushed caraway seed. Now, mind you, with that crushed caraway seed, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little brown sugar and a little bit of devil's shoestring, just specifically for my bow, because he's stubborn. That devil's shoestring will help him make up his mind and take root in that calamus. The calamus will lead him on to me. Now, with that, I'm going to put Master of the Woods because this turned out to be a little domination jar. But Master of the Woods, instead of having 1 tablespoon of every root, Master of the Woods, we only going to have a half a tablespoon or 2 teaspoons. Mhm. Now we're going to go back to regular programming. Now, a few little rose petals. Now that's going to be 2 tablespoons of rose petals. Now, if you want to diversify rose petals and really do something fabulous with them, we can utilize rose petals. Take the rose petals, put in mullein. Was mullein? Mullain. I believe that's how you spell it. I probably misspelled it. Put in mullein. Okay. Go ahead and put in powdered rose petals. Take those rose petals and put them in your coffee grinder. Make them to a fine powder and put on a mask that will get in your nose. Now, put in mullein. Okay. Now, when you do that, I want you to take a little bit of star of anise. Take the anise seeds or licorice. Licorice is better. It'd be better if you had star of anise. Now, star of anise whole, because he's stubborn, I need to get inside his headspace. Take 5 of them, put them in the jar. This is if you have a stubborn person. Take the seeds of anise, grind them into a powder. I need a teaspoon worth. Put that along with the caraway seed, crushed caraway seed, along with the rose petals. Crush that into a powder. Meld that together, meld that together in your mortar and pestle with brown sugar. Put that in at the very, very bottom of your jar. That is now your root. And add a little skull cap to it. Because he's too stubborn. Something you need Jesus. Or me. There we go. Now, end up, he needs me, honey. End up putting sugar. Now we're going to use 7 sugars. Listen, if it's a stubbornness, the reason why we use 7 sugars is because each sugar has an energy. They can bob and weave past that white sugar pretty quickly. They can even bob and weave past that brown sugar. See, we wearing them down. But can you get past the brown honey, then the yellow honey, then the molasses? Okay, you see where we're going. Then with molasses, then the coconut sugar and olive elegua. So we have white sugar, brown sugar, yellow honey, brown honey, molasses, and then coconut sugar in honor of El Agua. There's 6 sugars inside that spell jar to make things sweet because they got to bob and weave. By the time that spirit gets to the 6 sugar, he or she is completely under your power. That old demon said, "Chad, that's a lot of sugar. Oh, I'm tired of this." Each sugar can diversify that energy in 6 different ways, and that's what we need. That's what we learn about root work. Your intention is being diversified in several different ways. Shopping paper is also really good too, honey. Make sure it's brown though. hmm hmm Definitely. Now, when that happens, you add your sugars, add your roots. Now, undulate. Now, what I like to do. This is just me. I like my spell jars to be pretty. I like to see the layers. All right. Now we've listed different roots, astragalus, of course, rose root. We can add a little bit of deer's tongue, master of the woods. This is a domination jar. Master of the woods, a little bit of master root whole. All right. Now undulate the sugars between the roots and the sugars. Just make it pretty. You see the layers. And there you go. Now to top it off, we're going to add a little bit of brown honey and yellow honey. We definitely can. And 2 capfuls of Everclear or rum or whiskey. We use Brett Jack Daniels on moonshine. Honey, this is a spirit jar. That's why you call it a spirit jar. It has spirit in it. Definitely. This is a spirit jar. Now, what we're going to do, Sister Asha came up with this. I think it's amazing. Now, I love skull magic. And that skull magic is a beautiful way of tapping into somebody's skull. Now, you could take either a pink crystal skull. This is oh pink. What's that love crystal? Pink quartz. You can either put it at the very bottom or put it on top. A little pink skull, 1 inch. You give it just one, and that'll represent them. Now you can put it on top, or you can put it on the bottom. Now, if it's me, I put it on the very bottom as the root. Now, what I didn't list is the Rose of Jericho. At the very, very bottom, after you list all the condensed roots themselves, I know somebody just got frustrated. Why didn't you list the sequential order? I forgot. I'm sorry. Listen, take that little bitty Rose of Jericho, put her in first on the root of all those roots, the petition, the Valerian root, the itty bitty little salt. Now listen, if you're gonna put a Rose of Jericho in that side there, do not put in salt. You won't need it, honey, because she'll take care. Salt is protection for the jar. If you put in the Rose of Jericho, you won't need salt. She'll protect your work for you. And yes, she should be nice and dry, not wet. Just nice and dry. Put her at the very bottom, then pile your roots and sugars on top of her. Be right, undulate them to make them pretty. Make a pretty spirit jar. So when you look at it, it's very pretty. Now, when everything's done, close the top and seal it with wax. Make sure you seal in the grooves, nice and sealed, all the way around. Pour that dripping wax all the way around the rim, where the rim meets the glass. Seal all that area off, nice and sealed. Then take another. Now this one's going to take a nice pink candle. Since it's a domination candle, it can take pink and red. You can use 2 colors if you like, pink, red, and white, or this domination, a dark red, or a black color. Black candles are used for domination, definitely, of course. I'd rather use just red or pink. You could use black though. Now let that little candle soak down. And mind you, every time you want to work that spell jar, now mind you, because the Rose of Jericho's in there, now sidebar, because the Rose of Jericho's in there, you're going to notice some things quite spectacular. When you create a Rose of Jericho, whenever you use a Rose of Jericho concerning your work, you're going to notice something quite cool. You can actually feel the jar. Now, mind you, your name is not in that petition, nor should it be. then why can't you feel the jar? You can feel a little. That jar is gonna make you feel a little flushed. You're gonna feel a sense of love all around you. That Rose of Jericho is connecting to you in a way that your mojo cannot do. She's involving you in the process. Don't you want that? You're part of the process. And the Rose of Jericho, even dried, when she's dried, she's clearly in the spirit world. Her footprints are clearly in the spirit world. When she's wet, she's in the physical world. That lets you know she's clearly doing her job. Now, also, everybody, please don't shake this jar. It's not a shake jar. Don't do that. You'll mess it up. It's very pretty. Hmm. And that's how you use the Rose of Jericho in a spell jar. We'll list other ways too. But the really great thing I love about it is that with little itty bitty Rose of Jericho, the little baby ones inside my spell jars, I can feel the work. You probably will be able to. I can feel the work taking effect. And then I don't know about y'all. When I start to think about him, I can feel I can feel where he's at in the world. There's one time I created one for him a long, long time ago. I was in the Bronx, and I just called myself doing something. Uh-oh. And I called myself doing something. And I felt I could almost have told you what what he was doing that night. It was the strangest thing. I knew he was eating spaghetti. Back then he was shooting in Oregon, and I could feel him enjoying his food. And there was a huge time difference. And I remember being mesmerized. I'm sitting at the foot of the shade of my lounge, the shade lounge at the foot of my bed in my boudoir. And I remember just being mesmerized. I could feel him enjoying his meal. It was the strangest feeling. So I know that Rose of Jericho. Now where that jar is at now, honey, I buried it in Central Park. I don't know. I buried it. I'm not supposed to do that though. But I did. Because I didn't know what I was gonna do with it. I buried it in Central Park. It's somewhere in Central Park. But to good measure, it's doing wonderful now. You can bury your jar. Thank you for being here. Oh, you're very welcome, honey. Oh, thank you, honey. Hi, hi, Sylvia, honey. What you doing? Hi, honey. You're very, very welcome. I'm gonna listen to replays so I can make notes. Absolutely, honey. Yes, calamus root. Yeah, definitely. No, hold on. Can I use valerian root a lot? It's very good for spirit. Valerian root is really good for spirit work. It's beautiful for spirit work. Hmm. Leah, listen to the replays, honey, and take notes. Um, I'm not on Clubhouse now. Again, they did it to me again. Okay, here we go. Oh Lord. Hey, Melissa, honey, how are you doing? Girl, they did it to me again. They just do me so bad. I don't care. I'm gonna keep listening. I'm the little engine that could. I'm gonna keep trying. I don't care. Listen, you can't keep a good monkey down. I'm a busy. I'm just gonna giggle, giggle, giggle the whole entire way. All right, hold on, honey. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna giggle the whole entire way, and there we go. Hi, Clubhouse. I'm back. I'm listening on YouTube, and the party is here. Hi. All right, Sister Asha, what you got for me, honey? How you doing? Oh, hold on. Say, Sister Monica, Sister Liz, Brother Cadero, Sister T Chief, Sister Melissa, Sister Sade on Clubhouse. What? How you doing? Sister Asha, you there?
Hey, Theo.
Hi.
Oh my God, I ordered some food.
You punched that lady in the face yet?
No, I ain't go to work.
Good.
I didn't go to work because I honestly do have like a cold going on.
And you cannot be going to work making folks sick.
I mean, yeah, that part, but I was gonna just put on my mask and try my best, but I was like, oh no.
Mm-mm.
After her talk to me, bitch.
Not after her talking to you like that. Absolutely not.
Okay, what
Ungrateful,
am I going to go in there sick for?
ungrateful hoe? Absolutely
Pretty
not.
much.
All day
Like, listen,
long.
I
See,
still suck my lily after sent my lily for her though. I
hmm
told ancestors I do not want you to take your foot up off
kick
me.
her ass, kick all of her ass, cause she's racing it.
Yeah, kick
Hmm
her ass, and until y'all feel satisfied, or until I get that feeling where I feel satisfied, kick her
Enough.
ass.
Yeah. Until listen, kick her ass until we say enough.
Okay, because
Enough.
she was really set out to embarrass me.
Hmm
She is really set out to
That
embarrass
lady is racist. And the thing about it, anytime she have a racially ambiguous woman and saying the N word in front of them, and the thing about it is just that you wouldn't have caught that. The other lady caught it. And I'm like, ooh, she's really comfortable in being ugly.
me.
Mm-mm. Not called for. Not today. Not today, Jesus. Not today.
I'm telling you,
How you doing, honey?
I'm doing okay. I got the aconite today. Excuse me, I got the
Oh,
aconite today, and I put 10 pieces up in there, like you told me, with a little bit of extra.
how do you
Um,
feel?
I feel okay. I feel like,
You got to seal the jar, though.
yeah, I didn't seal it yet, but you told me to also put the belladonna in there. It didn't
Hmm
come yet.
There we go. Definitely. Now, mind you,
Yeah.
your jar, your spirit jar is updated. Like every time you put it in, you can feel it, though.
You can feel it.
Can you feel it?
Um, I mean, I don't necessarily feel a difference of me putting the aconite, but I just felt the difference overall because,
Hmm
um, it seemed like his energy, like based on the small interaction that I had with him, his energy has calmed down.
Because that devil know you mean business, so the devil gonna back the fuck off. Ain't that funny how that works?
Mm,
The devil know you mean business. The devil know you ain't playing with him, Mr. Silver Pants, Mr. Sour Ass Silver Pants. He knows you're not making. That's why the devil back off, y'all. When you go in a situation, the work ain't even done, and the people acting right. Yeah, because the devil know you ain't playing with
yeah,
him.
yeah. Um, yeah. So other than that,
And
I
how
feel,
do you feel?
um, I do feel like better. Like his energy, that nasty energy, is
Mm,
slowly
good.
but surely calming down.
Getting the hell away.
Other than yeah, I just still feel like I don't feel as mad. My ancestors must be working on that bitch
Hmm
because I don't feel as upset about it
hmm
as I was yesterday. I don't know because maybe today's a
Mm-mm.
new day.
It's a new day, but no, that ain't it. I'm gonna tell you something too. What I do feel, and it's something I've never felt before from you. You're sovereign with these spell jars. You have proven to spirit that you are not one to play with. Y'all, when you start doing spirit work and conjure work like this, spirit will take up for you. That new energy I'm feeling, that's your conjure. Every how mad she made you, that's that visceral mojo behind you. Simply saying, nope, it ain't gonna happen. And that mojo and that ashe, your ancestors will ride it like a wave, going on over to knock her upside her head. Because she knows better. She know better. She's just trifling. Now I know psychically she got family problems and all kinds of other things, and I kind of sort of feel sorry for her in a little itty bitty way. I
Mm,
know, but the thing about it, you don't need to be taking that out on innocent people who ain't got nothing to do with that. Take that out on that old trifling ass man of yours, but you want to take it out on the sister. Now that's your fault. When I should knock you upside your head spiritually, and she now you done jumped in bed like a little monkey, you done bumped your head, and says, "Josh, she's not gonna bandage you. She's gonna throw salt on it as she should." Thank you. Heifer. As she should. Hold on. Did they kick me off of the Instagram with the thing again? They did. Hold on. I'm gonna log back in again. Speaking of little monkey, I'm gonna log back in. I'm gonna keep logging back in and keep smiling as I do it. Y'all, I tried to do the whole clubhouse thing on my phone. Clubhouse missing my phone. Girl, I don't know if my phone. Every time I log into a room, my phone start blinking. That means it corrupted my system on my phone. So you either have to get a brand new phone just for Clubhouse, which I don't mind doing it. Hold on. There we go, honey. You either have to get a brand new phone just for Clubhouse, or hey, honey,
Hey, deal.
sorry about that. Clubhouse jumped me again, but I kicked his ass. He keep playing with me.
Child. Yeah.
Hey, honey, how you doing?
But yeah, so yeah, so as far as she's concerned, yeah, because it's not even, usually I would let certain things go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll get so mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, even in the moment, I would have let it go that day, but because
Mm.
she didn't apologize, she gave me that half-assed, sour-ass apology, like, you know what I mean? A sarcastic-ass apology.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, oh, you really trying to be a bitch. You really trying to be an ass
Mm-hmm.
with this shit. Okay, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
I
Because
got you.
we got to take it in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said, you know what? It's like a quiet storm. It's not even like that energy where I'm going to, like, you know what I mean? Have like reactive.
Mm-hmm.
It's more that quiet storm energy where I'm plotting.
Mm-hmm. The whole thing about it was that she did this to herself. My thing is this: when you're in Conjure and you know you're in Conjure, the best thing to do, that's the peace that Conjure creates around you when you go to the old ways. People act good. There are wonderful, but millions of wonderful good people in this world every day. But there are also very bad people that enjoy being ugly to other people. And that's the peace that you get when you know you got Conjure to back you up. Like, I don't have to take this mess. I can go in the lab and do something with my ancestors and literally create a better quality of life for myself or keep someone from hurting me and hurting my quality of life. Because then I know there are going to be some people on other platforms feeling, oh, that's devil work. Try letting somebody try. This has been escalating.
So
This
it's racism.
yeah, racism is ugly. And if this continues, this can affect. Sister Asha has a whole child to raise. She has to make money for her child. Imagine have to go into work when this escalates more and more to whereas she literally not looks forward to going to work. And that creates psychological as well as physical problems. So we're gonna put Sister Asha in the ground with a baby just so that just for face value. Get the fuck up out of here.
No.
That is never gonna happen on beautiful God's green earth. If the good Lord gave us the wisdom to understand what to do with these roots, then we're going to use them in order to save ourselves and keep our lives tooting along the way it should. The devil not going to let, as my grandfather always say, kick the devil out of the way when he get in front of you, because he got an ass like everybody else. Kick it, kick him out the way.
Pretty much. Yeah. And then, yeah, I just ordered some food too, and then there's like a little piece of hair in it. I am so turned off.
Oh God, no!
What's the hair in my food? I can't do it.
Did you order from the same place?
No, I'm home. That's by work. This place I've never had that incident with them, but
Did you send it
I
back?
said I'm about to call them. I am about to call them and tell because they didn't send my soup. So I'm like, I'm wondering did Spirit let them leave the soup on purpose? And then I need the refund for that. And then now I see this little piece of hair in my food. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here today? Maybe Spirit don't want me to eat the food.
Probably don't. Get your refund back and order for someplace else.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. Yeah, I'm about to call these people right now. I'm gonna be right back there.
Mm-hmm. Because I know you're hungry because I'm hungry too. Girl.
I'm kind of turned off now, and I'm like, oh my god.
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
not a
God.
big piece of hair, but that's one thing about
It
it.
could be a pubic hair. Ew!
Okay.
I don't want no pubic hair in my view.
It looked like an eyelash, but I don't give a damn. It's somebody else's DNA connected to that.
I don't want it. Oh my God. I don't want it. No. Just nasty. All right. Listen. Hey, sister. Oh my God. That's disgusting. Hey, girl. Oh, listen. Hold on. Sister Carolyn on StreamYard. And also too. Hold on, y'all. This StreamYard failing. Is it failing too? No, it's fine. Absolutely fine. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's Sister Melissa. Hey, Sister Melissa, what's going on, honey? How you doing? And Sister Sade. I can't put Sister Sade on the stage because you need to connect her mic and cam before you can add them to the stream. Sister Sade, you probably don't want me to add it to the stream. Hey, Sister Melissa, Sister Sade, what's going on? Hi, honey.
Hi, I have a question.
Hi.
Ha! It was about the Rose of Jericho and the spell jar. Because I remember the first time that you brought it up, you said it could be used as a touchstone. And in those instances, you wouldn't want the petition to be in the jar.
No, absolutely. It was a sea salt I didn't want in a jar.
But if you were going to use the jar for instance, if I was going to use it for a love spell repeatedly.
Oh, you talking about? Oh yeah. Now the spell jar. Now these are heirloom spells. Now,
Okay.
mind you, these are heirlooms. Now you do have the choice of having the Rose of Jericho inside, having the petition and name people inside the jar or outside the jar. Now, let's say because Nana has up to 5 or 6 Rose of Jericho for different jobs, and she has a big rose because they don't even make those type of them old sealing preserve jars anymore. I don't think they make them on the market anymore. But each one, she has one for well-being, 2 for well-being, 3 for love, 4 of them for. I know it's money, but it does something strange. They're really beautiful. Now she's had them forever, and she'll open and break the seal every once in a while, and add more liquor to them. She puts petitions and up to 4 of them, up to 4 different people under one spell jar, and she'll put a big old green candle, a big pillar candle on top of them, and them bad boys are burned up for up to 2 weeks. Then wax flowing down. Sometimes she'll put wax paper not so it won't get on the wooden floor of her medicine shack. They work beautifully. Now those are heirloom jars because I want to know that. I'd love to know if she passed them on to me. Hopefully she will. But those are heirloom jars. So you don't have to put the petition or name paper inside because they're used for different people.
Okay. And with the paper and that was underneath it, how do you, I shouldn't say discard, how do you work with the paper after the spell is done? Do you burn it, bury it?
We usually burn it, and we usually burn it with a little bit of the herb. Also, too, y'all, if you don't feel like utilizing brown butcher's paper, we utilize beautiful bay leaves. And if you don't have bay leaves, the bay laurel leaves. There's also a big old beautiful maple leaf that's there. These leaves, when you burn them, they'll send that name paper right on up to heaven and right on up to spirit. We'll utilize big old bay leaves and put the name on there. If you don't have that, you don't feel comfortable, just go ahead and put on a brown butcher's paper, but burn it directly after with a little bit of the herb, with the intention of sending on where it needs to go. Definitely with a little bit of the herb. Let's say orris root, which you also have inside that name jar too. Or some people will utilize intentional oil. Let's say if you have a come to me boy oil or come to me girl oil, put it on all 4 sides of that name paper, say a little prayer over it, and then burn it.
Thank you. I guess, can the jar that you just discussed with the, what do you call it, the skull in it, can that be changed into an heirloom jar by just removing the petition? Or
Yes, absolutely. Definitely, absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up, honey, because Nana has several. Now, mind you, if she's gonna take that jar, see the heirloom jars, not everybody can burn work in their house because their husbands is too nosy. And so Nana burns works, Daddy's burn work for his clients too. Because everybody, sometimes, you have Christian folks and they don't want no trouble. Those are the heirloom jars. But if she has a sister who, let's say she's a hoodoo herself and she just wants professional help, Nana gonna hand that jar to her eventually and say, now you take care of your own doings. So that jar is gonna have her name, a name paper, and her petition on the inside. Now she'll take care of that jar herself. She'll do whatever. She done paid for it. But not everybody. The reason why we have the heirloom jars and the spell jars that can be utilized for other people with the Rose of Jericho at the very bottom, is because not everybody can burn their own work, and they still want a spell jar. And Nana ain't got time to make a spell jar for everybody. Who gonna deal with all that work? That spell jar is for over 50, 11,000 of them. If you've been doing the hoodoo work for over 60 years, that's hundreds of spell jars. No, it's much easier to get rid of name paper than whole spell jars.
Okay.
Does that make any sense, Melissa?
It does a lot. I'm just processing it all. And the Rose of Jericho in both the spell jar and the heirloom jar goes at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At the very bottom. Make sure you. Now, here's the contention. Some sisters, some conjurers will put that name paper under the Rose of Jericho. We don't. We will take that rose. I'm so glad you asked this question. It's not important, y'all, but it is, though, because it promotes a difference. We'll take that sealed name paper, put it in the crevices right on top of that Rose of Jericho. It's dried. Squeeze it. Make sure it's nice and sealed in that plastic bag. Squeeze it inside the bosom of that dried Rose of Jericho. They don't fold it, roll it, and then put your roots on top of it. Now, some conjure people don't go that far. They'll put it right at the bottom of the root, or they'll put it right on top. They're necessarily right on top. They don't really care. It does make a difference if you put it inside the Rose of Jericho, and because that's when you start to feel it. Actually, you're going to feel it either which way, because the Rose of Jericho is doing what she needs to do. But something about it, when you put that name paper in her bosom, it's something about it. I feel, because her heirloom jars are done that way, because I've made one. Not made it. I helped her make it. Where she took it and she picked, it was a pretty big Rose of Jericho. She took it and she went ahead and wrote it. That was for Mrs. I forget that gal's name. She comes from Big Hoodoo family. She could have told her own grandmother to do it, but she paid us. Thank you. She rolled that paper up, beeswax. Now mind you, it's beeswax sealed, and she put it inside that big Rose of Jericho, and it fit almost in because it's a pretty big Rose of Jericho, and it was a pretty big bottle too, and it came in. When that jar was done, because we went to eat, the jar was sitting on the table waiting for her to. It was a big plastic bag, big paper bag. We felt it, and we couldn't stop talking about it. And when she finally came to pick it up, the conversation left, right with the jar. I noticed it. Nana noticed it. We couldn't stop talking about it. We couldn't get off the topic of spell jars and how to work with them. We were grubbing, just talking about it. But we noticed as it left, like that, like it was alive already. And ain't no candle been set to it. That Rose of Jericho, no. She was the center of attention at that table. And when that girl came and took it, the energy left. That's how powerful it is inside that jar. Mm-hmm. We noticed as soon as we got on the porch, said, "We're not talking about it no more." Nope. Nana shook her head and I kept talking. Well, we both knew what that Rose of Jericho, that jar was alive. It was pleasant conversation too, very pleasant conversation. Mm-hmm.
I got more question now.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of them are so tightly coiled. I'm just looking at the little ones I have.
Mm-hmm.
Would you start the spell work before then? Open it up.
Mm-hmm.
Tuck whatever you need in the bosom, whether it be a crystal intention or the petition. Dry it up and then create the spell jar.
Some folks do. Absolutely. Depending on, you talking about grooming a Rose of Jericho. And that's good. That's old work right there.
I don't know what I was saying.
That's called grooming a Rose of Jericho. That's old work. That's an old way of using. Basically, you're grooming a Rose of Jericho to do a job. Here's how you do it. Let's say you have a Rose of Jericho, and that one Rose of Jericho is specifically for gaining a relationship. Now you're gonna have, hey y'all, I'm back on Clubhouse now. I'm sorry. Now that Rose of Jericho is going to be basically there for the work on a relationship. Okay. Now you don't put that Rose of Jericho, put the name paper under the container that contains that Rose of Jericho. But inside the water, you're going to put a little pinch of orris root, astragalus root, all love roots. You're going to do that for about 2 weeks. Soak up the calamus, a pinch of calamus powder, orris root powder, a little bit, a tiny amount of cinnamon, because be careful with the cinnamon, cinnamon will kill her. Tiny amount of this, tiny amount of that. You may even want to put a little bit of come to me boy oil, come to me girl oil, not too much. Oil kills her. Just 1 drop. Or maybe even a 1 drop of calamus root oil. Not too much, honey, just 1 drop. Now, you're grooming her. You let her know about the problem, about the situation. Now, after around about 4 weeks, 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks, you take her out, put her on a paper towel. She's going to smell really good, really beautiful. And you let her dry. And you let her work on that, continue the journey on working on that work. That's called grooming a Rose of Jericho in order to work on one specific person for one specific job. That's old wise work. I haven't even talked about that, but you absolutely can.
With grooming, they stay out of the jar permanently, or is it for the jar that you're grooming them?
No, when you groom them, you put them in water and let them grow green.
Okay.
And then you work, then you put that person's name and birth date under that same petition, but you don't wrote it up. And that same petition you put under that Rose of Jericho will be the same one you put in a jar with her when she's dry.
Oh.
She's still doing the work. Now she's doing it spirit wise. Now you created a whole jar around that work she did when she was living. That's called grooming her. That's even more powerful work. Because she's not going to get on that. She's working on the subconscious. That's called grooming a Rose of Jericho. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that's all my questions.
Now, did that make sense?
Yes, all of it makes sense. But with grooming, are you putting them back? Is it the ones where you bring them back to life, or is it for the jar?
You bring them back to life. Now, what you do is you put that petition and that name paper under her when she's nice and green with water.
Yeah.
And you keep it nice and green for about 4 to 6 weeks. Then you take it out, you dry her up. The same petition you had under that container when she was nice and green. Then you roll it tight. You can either beeswax seal it or put that petition in plastic, seal her off to make sure that name paper isn't compromised. Then when she's nice and dry, make sure she bone dry, y'all. Then when she's nice and bone dry, she's ready to go in that jar. Place that same petition right in with her. You must really like that boy a lot. Y'all don't do that unless you like him a lot, because now you're working on their spirit. Now you're working on the spirit. That's a very powerful jar. It's called grooming her. Now, I haven't talked about that because it's powerful. It's very powerful. It works just the same if you do it the other way, but this is much more intensive. And this is for someone who you really love. This is to bring back men who have strayed from the bed, the men that have really relationships that are no good no more because of him, and you're still in love with him or her. This is how you bring them back. I know I'm not to tell a girl or gal, go out to somebody else. But if you really love him or her, this is the way to bring them back. And this works beautifully. And this will keep them back. It will keep them back, honey. I'm glad you brought it up. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you for sharing.
Because I wouldn't have thought of it. Because I don't work like that. He don't want me. I don't want him either. Shit. Well, go on with your bad self then. Your feet stunk anyway. And I never liked how you looked at me. And you snore too damn loud. And your nooks stink. Every time you want to take a shower, you still smell like an old dog. Now, mind you, I'm being ugly. You know that man smell good. You know his looks smell good, and you know I miss him something awful, like my last breath. But I've got to be ugly because I'm so hurt. But I'm gonna move on because he don't want me no more. Oh, I don't want him. But definitely, that's a beautiful way. Grooming Rose of Jericho. Now, mind you, we just talked about love. Grooming about money. This can keep your money coming to you. Work the same way. It's a little bit different. Actually, it's still the same, but it's about you. Or if you have a client, it's about money. Now, here's the petition that we're going to work concerning money. Here we go. Now, if you're writing the petition, you write out such and such name. Such and such is surrounded by abundance and prosperity. Now, I'm always going to relate that petition to a bodily function that is highly reliable. With every beating of their heart, their wealth and abundance grows more and more every day. With every breath he or she takes, their prosperity and abundance grows. Now, add one last sentence. This abundance and prosperity brings joy, happiness, and peace to their life. End it, cut it off. You've said enough. Now, if you're going to groom a Rose of Jericho, put that dried Rose of Jericho in sparkling brand new water. Have a gold piece, if you can spare a piece of gold, beautiful. Now you're going to put that on top of the Rose of Jericho, not on the root, but on top. You can put at the root if you want to. Now put different stones such as citrine, quartz, aventurine, jade, beautiful stones. Put them at the root of the Rose of Jericho, along with roots that bring, or spices, and not spices, but powdered plants that bring money, such as galangal root, a little bit, cinnamon, a little bit, Solomon seal, a tiny bit, a pinch, just a pinch. Put in the water, along with five finger grass, a pinch, just a pinch. Mix it in the water and let it all settle to the bottom. Now, when you change that water, go ahead, because you have to change that water about every 3 or 4 days. Then go ahead and put a pinch of those roots inside. Now, notice I didn't say oil. I feel kind of odd adding oil, but you could add 1 drop of calamus root oil to have her attract money. Now, after 4 to 6 weeks, what you do, you take that Rose of Jericho you groomed. She has your petition at the very bottom of the container with the water that she was in. Let her dry bone dry. Okay? After she's curled all up, just curled up, take your petition, place it inside a nice sealed mojo bag, or you can beeswax seal the petition. Okay? Now, take that and go ahead on, put her in the bosom with the gold, peel a piece of gold, put in the bosom of her when she's curled up in on herself. Place that petition right inside her bosom along with that little piece of gold. Now, the stones, everything you have inside that Rose of Jericho when you were grouping her, put them inside the spell jar itself. Then pile your roots on top, undulate your roots, make the jar pretty. Put a little alcohol at the very bottom. Now, she's going to go at the very bottom with the valerian root as well as the roots that you put inside the water. There you go. Now, seal the jar, add a little honey, a little alcohol. Don't shake it. Seal it, add a green candle or a white candle if you like. That is what's called a grooming jar, and it's going to keep your money coming to you. It's a very powerful jar. It can be worked several different ways. But remember, we don't use Rose of Jericho for hex work. We have other roots for that, such as that old damn demon pod. There is a root for it for hex work, honey. It's called that devil's pod. We'll get into that later. Absolutely.
I have one I still haven't used.
That
Still
old
living in plastic.
girl, that devil's part is hateful and evil. All he know, especially with devil shoestring and hembane. Hembane also too. Aconite is evil. A little valerian root. He ain't got good sense. Mm, Something he needs Jesus. So let's see, get something wrong with it. Now, but that's how you groom your Rose of Jericho. Thank you, Sister Melissa. Sister Melissa brought that up. I didn't. She did. Think about it. Nobody want me. I don't want them. Mm. But to think about it, um, there's sometimes whereas you do want him and you love him. I have used this type of jar once before. That was with Nelson Medina when I was very young. Though he was a crackhead, I still loved him. And it did bring him back. And then you start stalking me. So maybe it worked a little too much. But I haven't used it since then, honey. That was over 25 years, 20, almost 30 years ago. I haven't used it since then. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Melissa, for good old memories. Well, now you know all three ways of utilizing a Rose of Jericho in a spell jar. You utilize a Rose of Jericho, period, but especially in a spell jar. And there you go. Ain't that funny? There we go, honey. All right, listen, everybody. Hope I'm gonna. It's 3:31 Pacific Standard Time on a Tuesday. Um, my belly is being rude and growling, and I'm sick and tired of him. You're kicked off. I'm kicked off a Clubhouse again. Lord, Clubhouse will not let me be great. I don't care. It's, thank you, Melissa, honey. Hold on. And y'all, I can't get on the thing on my phone. I'm probably gonna get a new phone because this new phone. What I need to do is get a new iPhone. I would love that. Theo was sending lady some lessons. Oh, hi, honey. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, y'all listen. I'm back on Clubhouse now. Hey, everybody. Okay, now it's 3:32 Pacific Time Standard Time. My stomach being rude and growling at me. I'm tired of him. I'll punch him in the head with a slice of pizza. And you know what? I'm probably gonna have a nice salad. I'm gonna act like I have some sense. So listen, everybody. We've been on here for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Thank y'all so much, so much, for your love and care. I'm probably gonna be back around about 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, 3 hours. I also have to get on Patreon. Because I'm now on Patreon. I'm doing the same thing we talked about today. Is what Patreon is going to be about. Mhm. Especially detail by detail of how to do. I'm so glad Sister Melissa had brought up concerning grooming at Rose of Jericho, because I would have never thought. I probably would have thought of that. I probably would have. So I'm really interested. I've always been interested in different ways. I've been enchanted with the Rose of Jericho since I was little. The whole thing about bringing something that's dead back to life, it's magical for a young child. And then Nana and Angel sort of teach me how to utilize them. They're actually amazing. Pizza's delicious. Maybe I'll have a pizza. Mm, probably so, honey. Look, girl, I'm salivating already. Just greedy for no reason. Listen. All right, y'all. Be good. It's 3:30. Ooh, 3:33. I'm gonna make a wish. Y'all be good. And I love you. Thank you so much for your time. And I appreciate you. I would leave Clubhouse open for everybody, but it's gonna kick off anyway. Well, not for me. Well, y'all want to leave Clubhouse open? I'm gonna close down the stream, y'all. But y'all want to leave Clubhouse open? Y'all want to talk? Hold on. If not, I'll just close the room. Hold on, honey. Listen, it's closed down already. It's probably my computer, y'all. Definitely. All right. So listen, everybody, be good. Take care of yourself, especially here on StreamYard. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. All right, y'all. I love you. I'll be back around about, it's Tuesday, 3:34 Pacific Standard Time here in Los Angeles, California. I'll be back around about 6:30, definitely. All right, y'all. Thank you, and I love you. Bye-bye, everybody.